Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to check out a new ergonomic wireless mouse from Pulsar, the Xlite V2 Mini. So I'm sure to no one's surprise I own a whole lot of wireless mice and I've tested a whole lot more. But the Pulsar Xlite V2 Mini is one of those decisions that getting the mouse, I wasn't really sure, will I play better, will it feel better than something that I'm very comfortable on already, like the Pulsar Xlite V2. And to my surprise, I actually play very, very well on the Pulsar Xlite V2 Mini. It feels superb. The size is very similar to the Skull Mini, and I did give the Skull Mini a very good review, and I also played very well on the Skull Mini. And I think I've always wished for a Skull Mini wireless, and this is probably the closest thing on the market to that. And the difference in the Pulsar Xlite compared to the V2, the original size, you have a lower size and height. It is a little bit more narrow, and of course not as long. So you do have, if you have large hands, the ability to make the mouse almost feel ambidextrous because you don't really feel that hump filling out your hand if you are relaxed fingertip or palming or relaxed palming the mouse with the Xlite V2. Because of that, you gain a whole lot more maneuverability with the range of motion of your digits when you are extending and flexing, and it feels very, very good, especially in fast-paced games. And why is that? Well, in fast-paced games like Apex Legends, of course, you have people going to elevation very quickly or leaving elevation very quickly. So you have, let's say, you have a team on high ground, they jump down to ape you. You've got that verticality tracking them on their way down by flexing your fingers inward to your palm. You have, let's say, somebody jumping to height very quickly, either an Octane padding to height or a Valkyrie flying to height, a Valkyrie ulting. You have, if you are already flexed, you can extend and get that tracking without having to reorientate or move your mouse with your arm. So it's a very nice feature, one that I always talked about on the Orochi V2, one that has always felt very good on the Orochi V2 because of that inner hand maneuverability. So the Pulsar Xlite V2 is surprisingly a very, very good mouse, and it mixes the best of both worlds for me between the Orochi V2 and the original Pulsar Xlite or Xlite V2. Right now, I am going to say that this mouse is my top 3 performance-wise. I'm playing very good on the G Pro Superlight. I'm playing very good on the Pulsar Xlite V2, and the Pulsar Xlite V2 Mini, I believe right now might be my #1 performer for ranked competitive play. If I was to climb ladders beginning this next season of Apex Legends, I do think that the Pulsar Xlite V2 Mini is going to be my #1 choice when the season opens on game day. Now let's talk about build quality. Because the mouse is smaller than the Xlite V2, does that mean it has worse build quality than the V2 Founders Edition? I'm happy to say that my V2 Mini is just as good build quality wise as my V2. This thing is small, but it does not flex in any direction from the top down, the bottom up, or the sides in. And all of my switches feel very good. They are Kale 8.0s, just like the V2 in Mouse 1 and Mouse 2. Very tactile, very crispy, very spammable. And the scroll wheel is the same as the V2, feels very good. Mouse 3, easy to use. And these side buttons do protrude from the mouse. They are large, just like the V2, and they do feel very good to use with no post-travel to mention at all, and no pre-travel to mention at all either. So my build quality is superb. The mouse feels very good, and there is nothing objectively that I can point to and tell you this is an issue with the build quality of this mouse. They did a very, very good job, both with the V2 and the V2 Mini. So Pulsar, keep it up. You guys are killing it. I know it's probably hard for you guys to pick up on my gameplay from video to video, from product to product, but I do want to show you guys some Apex gameplay on the Pulsar Xlite Mini, given the fact that this might be my main mouse moving into the next ranked season of Apex Legends. Let's check it out. And side flex on mouse 1 and mouse 2 is almost non-existent. Pre and post travel, likewise, post travel is at a bare minimum. And mouse 4 and mouse 5 are very tactile and have, again, barely any pre or post travel. So guys, that is it for the Pulsar Xlite V2 Mini. I think the mouse checks off all of the boxes. It has great switches with those Kel 8.0s. Side buttons, as well as mouse 1 and mouse 2, and the scroll wheel and mouse 3 all feel good. The weight at 55 grams and the weight distribution throughout the mouse feel phenomenal. And as far as the overall build quality, no glaring concerns. The stock skates are pretty good out of the box. So the mouse overall, in general, is a solid performing mouse, and I think is going to fill a void for not only large-handed users who want to add a smaller mouse to their rotation, but for you small to medium-handed users that don't really have a whole lot of options. The mouse is definitely going to join the Hottie S. It's going to join the Starlight 12 Small, the Orochi V2, the G305 for that small mouse category. And I do think that it is a solid performing mouse that could really be somebody's potential main mouse. For me, right now, I would say it is probably amongst my top 3 performing mice just for what I've felt and what I've recognized in my own gameplay. And again, the build quality has no issues whatsoever. And I hope that if you order the mouse, hopefully it is consistent throughout the line. But I've had a lot of Pulsar mice now, and I've had no issues on any of my copies. If you guys are going to pick up the mouse, I will leave an affiliate link down below in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.